CPC Wei.
SAU Wei.
SAU Wei.
SAU Wei.
SAU Wei.
All of us Wei.
All of us Wei.
Our senior comrades from the UA, Deputy Director General for the Bureau of Western Asia and North African Affairs of the International Department of the CPC, colleagues, you are highly welcome to South Sudan. My dear comrades on the SPLM side, Deputy Secretary General and all the secretaries and the community secretaries, we are also welcome to this introductory meeting with our guests. From the view, most of these people went to China for training. They have seen the generosity and the friendship of the CPC with their own eyes. The training you provide them has been taken to all over the parts of South Sudan. Training is an everlasting gift. Somebody can give you a table or a chair, but it will finish. But when you train someone, it doesn't finish. The gift you have given to the people of South Sudan through training will be remembered in a long time. I welcome you once again to the newest capital of the newest country now. I think the last high-level meeting, the high-level visit of the CPC member was sometime 14 years ago. In those days, Juba was a tent city. There were only tents, there were no buildings. Despite all the difficulties, you have seen some small development that's actually taken place. And that is through the ideology of the SPLM. The SPLM, like CPC, is a liberation movement. The main function of the liberation movement is to take people out of abject poverty and bring them to better living conditions. So that is how we see the world, in the same way that CPC does see the world. Our relationship with CPC is based on equality, mutual respect, understanding, and inclusivity. As African people, we like to be respected in the way that we like others to respect us. And that is also in the ideology of China. The SPLM in this country has benefited from various initiatives by the General Secretary Xi Jinping, including the Belt and Road Initiative, the Global Development Initiative, the Global Civilization Initiative, and so many others that are being proposed. Through that initiative, we have the road from Juba to Rumbek, which is being constructed by Shandong High Speed, Chinese company. The headquarters of South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation is being completed now by the Chinese government. If you teaching hospitals renovation has been completed through that initiative. And we would like to expand more road networks in the country because South Sudan is impossible right now when the rain comes because there are no roads that are taking people and goods from place to place.
现在在一般不下雨的这个道路就非常的明显的起，希望在台湾修建更多的道路。
We would want to invest in the railway system
想要对铁路系统进行更大的投资，
as well as electricity by building dams that can produce stable electricity for investment
还有电力方面也希望做到更大的发展。
and expansion of the agricultural sector through mechanized agriculture.
还有在农业，
We believe this agricultural sector will be the one to elevate our people out of poverty.
我们认为农业是帮助人民的。
And I'm happy to report that after the trainings we've had in China, those we brought from the States last time, are now engaging in creating small farms for the party at their level.
我们也非常高兴的向边方报告，之前从中方去归来的一些干部，现在已经在基层帮助人们建立一些小的这种农田。
In the area of training, you have trained more than 600 SPLM cadres in China
中方帮助所理解培训了超过600人，
at various levels of leadership, women, youth, and men.
他们是所理解国际级别的领导人，还是年轻人。
We would like to propose that a scholarship scheme be created so that the SPLM cadres can be trained in Chinese universities.
我们也希望中方持续向所理解方提供更多的奖学金。
And I think that can enhance our leadership capability as we transition to the next generation.
我们也希望把现在进行的一些变革和发展带来更多的东西。
Our requests to yourselves would be the following. We request the CPC to support our election in December.
我们期待中英两党支持我们即将在12月举行的大选，
Both on bilateral basis and multilaterally in the international organizations.
包括在双边层级和在多边在国际场合。
The SPLM is ready and willing to participate in the elections. We have registered more than 6 million members right now.
现在我们虽然已经有超过600万名注册的，
Other parties are still struggling to organize themselves, but they must do that because this is what the roadmap requires, that we must go for elections.
其他政党在动员自身方面还面临一些困难，他们也必须要这样做。
I hope that during your engagements in Cuba, if you meet them, that you need to tell them that they have to participate in the elections.
需要帮助人民，他们需要参加。
We continue to ask the CPC to support us for the lifting of sanctions and arms embargo on South Sudan.
我们希望中方持续对南提供声援和支持，并结束对南制裁贸易。
This year, our president will visit China in September or August.
吉尔总统今年8月或者9月，
And then for him to attend the FOCAC meeting, that is the FOCAC summit that is going to take place.
他将赴华参加中非合作论坛峰会。
We want to put forward a request that the president should arrive 2 days before the FOCAC meeting so that he can have time to discuss bilaterally with his brother, Comrade Xi Jinping.
我们希望吉尔总统能够在峰会召开之前2天，马上他能够有机会和习近平总书记进行双边的联系。
That visit, the president will be accompanied by ministers and also SPLM senior cadres who will to go and have bilateral engagement between the CPC and SPLM.
陪同吉尔总统访问的将有我们南方的处长，还有所理解的高级别领导人，和中方探讨两岸关系发展。
During our last visit to China, we discussed the importance of bilateral trade between South Sudan and China.
上次我访华期
going very well now, and the requests and the documentation are now with the National Assembly for them to approve it so that we can trade bilaterally.
现在他的工作得到了显著的推进，他的议会层面正在这次进行。
The SPLM has initiated now to have engagements with the Chinese companies that are investing in South Sudan to see whether what they are facing. Because we are being told that some of them are facing some difficulties, we want to see how we can help them out with that.
那虽然政府也会积极的和在韩投资的中国企业进行对接，让他们有帮助的。
Our commitments remain the same, nothing will change. The road is a contract between us with Shandong High Speed, the China Harbour's buildings, the airport, as well as the tower. All of these are built by the Chinese companies, and we'll make sure that our relation goes on, and we'll be able to pay them for whatever it is that they have done in this country.
跟中国的企业在修建道路、基础设施等等方面都有很多的这个合作协议，我们希望这个协议能够延续下去，并且我们会经济去回到中方的这些企业。
Because of the economic difficulties, South Sudan will be asking China for loans to finance the elections as well as some of the key infrastructure development projects in the country.
虽然现在面临经济困难，我们希望中方能够向他提供更多的资金支持贷款，这样能够帮助我们更好的去进入大选，还有国家的重要发展项目。
That will be presented by the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and other relevant institutions, but the two parties need to be able to engage at that level so that the government is able to move forward.
我们两国的外交部还有这个财政部将会就此进行沟通，但我认为两大
Your Excellency, I want to bring to your attention the progress in the implementation of peace agreement.
现在跟在和平进程方面取得了很大的进展。
The first step in the agreement was to establish the government of national unity, which has already established and is running now.
这个和平进程呢，一定会实现一个国家层面的一个进行来对比。
The Political Parties Act has already been assented to by the President. It is a law now. Political Parties Act. It is already in act. It is already approved.
现在这个政党法案已经这个联邦部已经获得了批准。
The Political Parties Council has been established.
然后政党委员会也已经成立。
The National Elections Commission is also established.
国家选举委员会也已经建立。
The National Constitution Review Commission has been established.
还有宪法审查委员会也已经。
First phase of the unified forces have been trained and deployment is ongoing.
然后统一部队进入第一阶段的部署也正在进行。
There will be phase 2 of the unified force training that is now being organized.
现在正在进行第二期的部队。
We believe that in the next 2 to 3 months, the phase 2 will already be ready.
在3个月之内，第二期的部署就出来。
And this security training is important because it will provide the security for the elections.
这些培训是非常重要的，因为它能够给大选提供
Those are the key issues in the agreement that are related to the elections.
这些都是跟选举直接相关的一些。
Because they have been implemented, it is our belief that the country is now ready for election.
因为这些都已经得到了落实，所以我们认为国家已经准备好了进行选举。
Of course, other parties are saying that there are certain provisions that are not yet implemented and therefore they don't want to go for election.
当然，还有一些其他的政党说，还有一些条件没有满足，所以不想要举行大选。
But these have nothing to do with the elections. For example, census. South Sudan conducted the census in 2008, and the results of those censuses are projected to 2024. And the constituencies of 2008 are now confirmed by the assemblies to be the ones we use for the next election. That is the number 332 there is no need really to have a new census when the constituencies will be the same as 2010 election.
但是他们所说那些不具备的条件，其实跟大选没有什么关系。其中就包括人口普查。08年的时候呢，中央进行了一次人口普查，然后呢，在选区这个方面，其实跟当时的那些人口普查之后决定选区是没有区别的。那为什么要再进行一次？
The permanent constitution making process is an ongoing process. We already have the transitional constitution of South Sudan is there, and it can be used to conduct the elections. The next government will now carry on with the making of the permanent constitution.
还有在宪法这个方面，我们已经有了这个过渡宪法，然后在大选之后新的政府也会继续。
The return of refugees from the neighboring countries back to South Sudan is a voluntary choice of someone to come back to the country. It cannot be used as an election instrument.
至于南苏丹在其他邻国的一些难民回到南苏丹，这个进程必须是自愿的，它不能够被用于主要大选这个项目。
And finally, the hybrid court. The hybrid court is a court system. It will continue in the future. That's a hybrid court system, hybrid court. It is to be established to try cases that have been accused of human rights abuses.
还有就是合法这个制度，它就是我们现有的一个制度，并且将会继续沿用下去，也不能够被过大选。
So this is where we are in terms of the implementation of the agreement.
这个是大选落实的情况。
South Sudan is very grateful to the CPC for always supporting and standing with us.
非常感谢人民共和党一直支持我们的人。
And we will always continue to support you in the areas where you need our support.
我们也会在需要的地方对中方组织持续。
This is the kind of relationship that we need.
这就是我们双方需要的关系。
You don't tell people to go and do things.
那你培训人们不是为了告诉他们去做什么，
You allow people to choose their own path of development.
而是去允许他们选择自己的发展道路。
And that is how humanity is supposed to operate.
这是人与人